All right, let's talk DevOps. You hear that term thrown around all the time. But here's the thing. It's not just about some fancy new tool, and it's definitely not just another job title. It's a discipline. So let's really get into what that means.
I'm willing to bet you've heard this exact sentence. Maybe you've even said it yourself, no judgment. But this right here is probably the single biggest misunderstanding in our entire industry. It's the classic trap of thinking that a tool, any tool, can magically fix a deep-seated problem with your process and culture.
Yeah? Sound familiar? This kind of tool-first thinking is exactly what leads so many really smart teams down the wrong path. They go out, they install Jenkins, they adopt Kubernetes, and then they dust off their hands and think, great, job done. We're DevOps now. But the truth is, the real work, the hard part, the discipline, that hasn't even begun.
And really, this boils down to a choice between two very different paths. On one side, you've got the shortcut, just grabbing the tools without changing the process. And where does that lead? Well, it almost always leads to fragile systems, constant firefighting, and totally burned out teams. But on the other side, you have the discipline. And this is where you build reliable systems and, maybe more importantly, confident teams who aren't afraid to ship. The difference couldn't be more clear. And honestly, the stakes are super high.
Okay, so how do we actually build that discipline? It's not some kind of dark magic, I promise. It's really built on a few core pillars of practice. These are the real foundations of what makes DevOps work.
So pillar number one, and this is probably the most important one, everything as code. What does that mean? It means your infrastructure, your app configurations, your CI/CD pipelines, even your security policies, all of it, every last bit gets treated exactly like your application's source code. You write it in a file, you check it into Git, and it gets reviewed by your teammates.
And the payoff for doing this, it's absolutely huge. Because once you treat everything as code, you suddenly unlock all the powerful stuff we've been using in software development for decades. We're talking a complete version history, peer reviews for every change, a crystal clear audit trail, plus the ability to build your entire system from scratch repeatably. And, this is the big one, you can safely roll back when something inevitably goes wrong.
All right, our next pillar builds right on top of that. Think about the old way, these giant, terrifying big bang releases that happen maybe once a quarter. The discipline of DevOps flips that on its head. Instead, you deploy changes in small, super manageable batches. We're talking maybe even multiple times a day.
So why does this work so much better? It's actually pretty simple. First off, if a small change breaks something, the blast radius is tiny, it's contained. Second, you get feedback, like right away, on whether that little change actually worked. And third, if it didn't, rolling back one tiny change is a piece of cake compared to trying to untangle a massive, complex release.
It really all boils down to this simple idea. The bigger the release, the higher the chance something's going to break. And when it does, trying to find the root cause inside that mountain of changes, it's an absolute nightmare. Small, frequent changes are the secret sauce for moving fast and staying stable.
And one last but absolutely critical principle here, none of this works if you're flying blind. You have to prioritize observability. You have to be able to understand what's happening inside your system through metrics, logs, and traces. Because let's be honest, if you can't observe it, you can't trust it. And if you can't trust it, you definitely can't fix it or make it better.
Okay, so we've covered the core practices, the things you should be doing. But it's just as important to talk about what not to do. So let's dive into some of the most common DevOps traps. These are the shortcuts that seem like a good idea at the time, but will absolutely lead you to failure. And here is trap number one, the biggest anti-pattern of them all, making manual changes directly on a production server. Every single time someone SSHs in to just tweak one little config file, they're creating a fragile, undocumented system that's just waiting to break. Real reliability only comes from automated, repeatable processes that are driven by code.
Oh, this next one? It's a bit more subtle, but it is just as deadly. It's the one giant pipeline that tries to do everything for every single team. You know the one. It quickly becomes this slow, brittle monster that's impossible to debug. And the worst part? It turns into a massive bottleneck where one team's failed build blocks everybody else. The right way, the disciplined way, is to build smaller, modular, and reusable pipelines that give your teams the freedom to move.
And then there's the security trap. This is what we call shifting last, where security is just an afterthought, right? It's that final checkpoint right before you go live. And what happens? You get blocked releases and this frantic last-minute panic to make emergency fixes. The discipline is to shift left. You build automated security checks right into your pipeline from the very beginning. That way you catch issues early, back when they're actually cheap and easy to fix.
So, let's say you've avoided these traps, you've embraced the discipline. What's the reward? What does success actually look like? Let's take a peek at how truly mature DevOps teams operate day to day.
This right here, this is the goal. A mature team just operates in this calm, sustainable rhythm. They automate aggressively. They deploy with confidence instead of fear. They're continuously monitoring their systems, and, this is key, they are constantly learning from their wins and their failures. It's never about being perfect. It's all about being in that constant cycle of getting better.
All right, as we start to wrap this up, let's boil everything we've talked about down to some golden rules. Think of these 5 principles as your North Star, your compass for practicing the discipline of DevOps.
Let's just run through them quickly. Number 1, if it hurts, automate it. Don't just live with the pain. Number 2, if it's manual, it will fail. It's not a matter of if, but when. 3, if it's not observable, it's unsafe, period. 4, if no one owns it, it is guaranteed to break. And finally, number 5, if you can't roll it back easily, just don't deploy it.
And that brings us to the real question, doesn't it? We've gone over the principles, we've looked at the traps. The big question now is, what are you going to do about it? I want you to think about your own team, your own processes. Which one of these shortcuts, which anti-pattern is causing you the most headaches right now? Find that one. That's your starting point. Go fix it.